Welcome to Coffee and Tea,
where we talk about anything and everything. So right now we're just gonna talk about how we met.
How we came to be.
Yeah, and how we're literally just here. We've been friends for since we were 6, 8.
Yes.
So we've literally seen each other grow, and we're 24 years old now.
We officially met when we were in kinder. Don't ask me if I remember because that was too long ago.
And it's actually pretty funny. We were actually just talking about it today, about the string theory, because we literally had the same class. I didn't even know we had the same class until she said, hey, my kindergarten teacher was da-da-da-da. And I was like, wait a minute, that was my teacher. What do you mean? And then she was just talking about how our first language was Spanish, so we didn't know any English.
Yes.
So she was just mentioning how she was crying because she needed to use the restroom, but she didn't know how to ask permission to go to the restroom. And somebody helped her, and I was like, wait a minute. I remember that happening. Wait, I remember that. Imagine if I was that girl that translated for her.
She might have been. I don't know.
I don't recall at all.
I can't remember her face, her voice, nothing. I just remember someone next to me saying, what's wrong? What's wrong? She literally called the teacher like, hey, so-and-so, can you come over here? Stopped the whole class, came over, and she was like, hi, how can I help you, whatever. And she has to use the restroom. I ran to the restroom, guys. I ran. But I'm pretty sure it was you.
I don't remember. Because I was like, no, you're lying. There's no way we had the same teacher. I swear you had this other teacher. And she's like, no, I had your teacher. Isn't she like the one? Because there's a painting, like a painting on a wall. And it's the teacher that I had. And then she's like, my teacher is on the painting. And I was like, wait a minute. The only teacher that's on the painting was my teacher too. So how does she know the painting was there, right?
We added 2 + 2 and it equaled fish.
I guess because her name is Fisherman, so
yeah.
That's a funny joke to us. But anyways, yeah. So we've known each other for quite some time now. We actually had other friends, but you know, life
happens.
Yeah, and they just went their own different ways. We had other friends along the way as well from the same time we met till high school. But you know, as life happens, everybody chooses their own paths, their own roads. You know, just life happens.
They all got new opportunities, you know. We all just kind of separated a little bit, except, well,
us, yeah. We just kind of stick together. Just more recently, because I was out for college and I lived almost 3 hours away.
She did.
So the only like access that we had was FaceTime, phone, text. Literally, we would see each other like once or twice a year, the most. And when I came back, I remember she told me, finally I have someone to hang out with.
Literally, I was like, okay, I have someone. Because I did, you know, I used to work with one of our friends before, so we're like, you know, closer and stuff. But once I kind of like got a new job, so like I just stopped seeing that person. So it was like, I guess the only thing that had us close was our job. But I mean, it happens, life happens. But once she was back, it was like, oh my God, part of my heart was back. Like, I'm not even, I don't know.
Aww.
I don't know.
I know. It was such a change coming back. Just because I did leave and I thought it was going to be a good opportunity. It was a good opportunity for me to know to explore, be by myself, you know, just be away of everything here where I live. Because we do live in the desert and there's not much going on around. The club is like 40 minutes away. Like the only fun thing to do is go bowling. That should tell you everything.
And even if you go bowling, I mean,
the waiting, crazy,
always full, and like the only fun part of it, I think it's when it's dark, maybe go in the dark, but you get there at 9.
We literally just got a Cane's and a Chick-fil-A like 2 years ago,
and now we're getting a second Cane's.
Way closer because the other one's 40 minutes away from us too. It's all the way over there.
Too far from us.
No, yeah. So whenever we do hang out, we get the chance. Our go-to is Cane's.
All the
Literally,
time. Like,
guys.
Cane sponsor us.
We need a Cane
Send us some,
sponsorship.
like, those, dog slippers. I'm size 9.
I'm size 8. 8.5. Thank you. In advance. But, yeah, I just love Cane's. I don't know, it just, a lot of people would, like, tell me that Chick-fil-A is better. But for me, because, guys, fun fact, I guess you want to call it fun fact, but I did lose my taste and smell once I got COVID. And it's gotten better, but it's not 100% fully there. So it's just, to me, to the taste buds that I have right now, Cane's tastes better.
I mean, if you think about it, Cane's does taste better. They do have, like, a limited, things. Like, they have, tenders. Or a bun with the tenders and a bun and fries. But, like, you can never miss with that, Wherever we are, Cane's is a go-to. We go to Arizona, Cane's. We go to freaking San Diego,
Cane's.
We're here, we're just hungry, Cane's.
40-minute drive. Who cares about the 40-minute drive? We're hungry. We're getting the Cane's. No, we are getting our Cane's. But anyways, if you ever plan on taking me on a date, because I am single, take me to In-N-Out. I love In-N-Out. I love Cane's, but In-N-Out has my heart. I love In-N-Out.
In-N-Out is really good. And it's a healthier, fast food option.
Yeah, because I guess it's not as processed as the other places. Like, I don't want to mention, but you guys know. So, speaking about dates, we actually have never ever been in a relationship. None of us.
24 years and nada.
24 years old, never been in a relationship before. Let's just say we've done talking stages.
Casi algos.
That turned into casi nadas. No, it's been,
I don't know if it's just like where we live.
But I don't know. I actually don't feel any type of way that I've never been in a relationship. Of course, I sometimes do have those moments where I wish I could share some type of moments. Or like if I had a boyfriend, we could both go to the flower fields. We could go to some like event or whatever, just a little couple dates. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm just living my life right now. Literally, like, since we are both single, we literally do everything together. Like, I'm like, hey, girl, are you working today? She's like, what's up? And I'm like, hey, do you want to go to the beach? What time? I'm like right now, I'll be there.
Yeah,
we make our way to the beach.
I can have a broken car down, she goes for me. This actually happened. Like, not even too long ago. My car just decided to act up on me, and I was in the middle of the freeway, and I was like, how? She literally arrived next to me, and let's go. Beach time.
No, literally. And so that's why, like, part of me is like, I guess eventually our person is gonna, like, come in, because I'm really in the stage where if I'm gonna be talking to someone or, like, dating someone, it's more towards, like, marrying that person, because I don't have time to be like in high school and just date for a couple of months or just talk for a little bit months and then just leave ourselves, because I'm like, no, baby boy, I'm sorry, like, you want me, you want me, no, literally, like, you're gonna be marrying me. And a lot of people basically does say that we're a little bit picky, but I don't think we're picky. I just think we know our worth. Yeah, we know our worth. We know what we want. And it's just like, I'm not going to be settling for less. And it's not even like financially, like if they have money or not money. I think it's just more like the way they treat us, the way they, interact with us and stuff like that. Because I've been to like a couple of dates where, the guys at first is like really nice and everything. But then I'm just like, do I really see my life with this person? And it's just like, okay, they are sweet, but do they check these boxes? And it's just like, I don't know, I don't want to be like putting them and me into something that I know it's not going to work out. And a lot of people tell me, well, just let it happen and then you'll see if it works. But at the same time, it's like, I don't like wasting my time, and I don't want to waste people's time.
That is true. And I'm like, we're not at that age that you're just like gonna mess around with someone, you need someone that's gonna have, that you know that you're gonna have a future with, that you know that this person is like it, like, oh yeah, I want to take you home to meet my parents.
Yeah. And it's not that we're comparing our lives to other people's lives, but a lot of people from high school that we've been with, they're already settled, they already have a family, they already have a house, which, I'm happy for them. And it's sometimes I'm like, well, we're the same age and they have a family, they're married now. Like, it does make me feel some type of way, because I'm like, am I missing something in life? Like, am I doing something wrong? But at the same time, I'm enjoying my life right now. Like, my parents married early in age, and my mom and my dad didn't get to do as much as they wished just because they got married. And my mom didn't finish her school. She got pregnant earlier too. She got pregnant at 19. It's not that much of a young age, but it's still pretty. She was still in her teens.
Compared to us, yes, 19.
Yeah.
Like, that's 5 years ago.
Like, I honestly, looking back at myself when I was 19, I do not see myself getting pregnant or even being married.
At all.
Like, I was just really like,
straight out of high school, it's like, no.
No, literally. And it's just like, no. And, I'm just, right now I'm just taking my time. I'm right now so busy with work. I'm trying to go back to school.
And it's always like, you have to work on yourself before you bring someone else in your, in your little bubble.
You know what? That's a good point, because a lot of people say like, oh, it's okay, like, you don't have to work on yourself. The right person is going to come in your life and like make you see your worth or whatever. But I think that's false. I feel like you need to learn to be good in your own skin, just because let's say, for example, this person eventually leaves your life, and that person is the one that kept telling you like, you're amazing, you're this, blah 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 blah. That person like leaves you for whatever reason that happened between you guys, which could either be good or bad, but unconsciously you're gonna be thinking about, oh, like, he's the only person that thought I was worth it. He's the only one that saw my value. Like, he's like the best that has ever happened to me. And I've never been in that situation, but I've seen it happen multiple times, especially very close to us, or friends that experienced that. And so I'm just like, you know what, like, it happens. Yeah. But just, yes, I would say focus on yourself, just live your life. Because if you're our age or even older and never been in a relationship, it's okay. Like, go on solo dates. Yes. Go on dates with your friends.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, you're doing this for you. Don't do it for nobody else. You're not making nobody else happy. Like, they're not worth the time. So you always have to focus on yourself, everything on you to make yourself better for yourself, not for anybody else. Like, some people want to get married just because they feel comfortable with that person, but where's the love?
Yeah, sometimes, like, some people are so used to each other. They've been dating for years, and it's like both of them, they just feel comfortable being with each other, and they just eventually end up marrying. Which, it's not bad. It happens more often than we think. But I just feel like, me personally, I wouldn't be doing that. Especially now that I'm 24 years old. I don't have time for that. I don't have time to be dating for like 7 years and then getting married. Like, I'm almost turning 30. No, I want 2 kids by the age I'm 30 and I'm 24. So like I better be meeting the love of my life like yesterday, 2 years ago. Cause like you know guys, what's so funny, in high school we had this journal, and we were supposed to write down like our goals in life, right? And one of my goals was to be a mom at 23. I literally, like, if I have it, I'll insert the image here. But if not, I'm so sorry. But I literally wrote to be a mom by 23.
20 fucking 3. That was like
18,
year ago.
yeah. 18-year-old me, or 17, I don't remember how old I was.
It was the beginning of senior year, so...
Yeah, so
young.
Yeah, 17 or 18. I really did think I was gonna have someone and have a kid by 23. But honestly, low-key, I've always told my family and friends that I never wanted to get married, that I just wanted to have a kid by myself and be a single mom. Because I feel like it is hard being a single mom, but I always loved kids and I've always wanted to have my own kid, that I feel like I would have done anything
just to have a kid,
just to have my baby, and like raise my kid. Like right now I currently work with kids. I love kids, and now that I'm getting older, I do realize that I actually want to marry someone. I see marriage more as like a goal of mine, which is funny because even 2 years ago I wasn't even planning on like marrying anybody.
I mean, that is reasonable. Like me, I think the same, to be honest. Like I don't imagine myself out there marrying someone. I don't know. Like not even when I was younger. Like I don't know, sometimes, you know, it's cute, like I see my cousins or friends getting married. I'm just like, oh, that's so cute, you know, like que bonito is that, like that whole scenery, like
of getting married.
Like, yeah, the tradition, you know, traditional dress, the church, you know, everything is just so, but I don't know. Like right now I don't really think about it as much as
me.
You know, some people, you know, as in, you know, how she says it, but I mean, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, like I'm very like, I don't know if you guys are a believer of God, but I do believe in God. And I just feel like God is like setting that person for me, because he knows the type of person I am. He knows like, because I'm not like a perfect person. I'm a defective person. I have some things going on with myself. You know,
like it's reasonable.
Yeah,
know?
Like for example, like I have anxiety. Like not everybody's gonna be capable of helping me through my anxiety attacks, or being like to give me the comfort that I need during my anxiety attacks. And like honestly guys, I'm so thankful for her, because she's been around me so many times where I've like have gotten anxiety attacks, and it's like she knows how to handle them. Like over the years, she's kind of like learned to how to like deal with my panic attacks. And it's just literally like, Miriam, I'm panicking, and then she'll just help me out through it, and then I just eventually forget it, and she just doesn't bring it up anymore. Where like other people are just gonna be like, they could not care, or they could just ignore me, or whatever it is, you know what I mean? So I just feel like I need like a strong person to help me through it. At the end of the day, I just should marry her at this point.
Where's my ring?
No, literally, wait, hold up. Let me take this one. No, but you know, it's. I mean, we're enjoying life right now, and we've gotten so many amazing opportunities.
Yes.
It's quite amazing. Yes. Honestly, like now, guys, we're talking about our goals and stuff in life. So, now, like, when I was in high school, I wanted to be a psychologist. I went to school, right? I got my degree in psychological science, but I got into something completely different. Well, I'm still in the psychology field,
yes.
But I'm doing behavioral. I want to do clinical, like anxiety, depression, and all that stuff. But now I'm just like in the behavioral pathway, which is really funny because I never thought I was going to be doing that, you know? But I feel like everything happens for a reason. I feel like God just knew the alignment in my life and how much being in the career would mean to me, like in my personal life. And I'm really glad, you know, I love kids. I've always wanted to work for kids, even if I was going to be like a therapist. I always wanted to be with kids. So this is your sign to do what you want. Set your goals. Risk it for the biscuit. Literally, like, what's the worst that could happen? People telling you no. You want that raise?
Every day.
Yeah, like
go
you want that
yes.
raise? Go ask your boss. Hey, you know, I do this, and this. I believe I should get a raise. What's the worst thing that you could get? No. Or you know what? They could say, you know, not right now. We don't have enough money, but in about 3 months, you could come back to us and we'll let you know. Like, honestly, like, sometimes we're so scared. We're so trapped in our minds. Our minds are a prison. And sometimes we're so scared to, like, take those risks.
Like, talking about risks. This podcast is actually one of our, like, off the bucket, you know, list. We have a bunch of stuff going on, you know, here, there, we're
behind the scenes,
everything. And, you know, people just tell us, why don't you just go for it? Why don't you just go for it? You know, but I think it's just like little
thing in our head.
You know, like behind us telling us, you're not, people are not going to watch, Who gives a...
That's why we're doing it too, because like, we literally, you guys, if you guys would actually see our setup right now, like behind the scenes, you guys would be cracking up. I'm not even kidding you. We have a lamp. We have towels covering the blinds. Like, the setup is so funny behind the screen. It's hilarious.
But you know what counts is
this. Right? So at the end of the day, we're doing it. You know, I told her, like, we were talking about doing the podcast for over a year now. We've been wanting to do this, but it's just like, I feel like we've been putting it back and back and back and back, and both of us are okay with it. It's just because we didn't want to do it, but at the same time, I feel like we were not ready, and I feel like everything just happens for a reason. You know what, guys? If you did a vision board this year, leave it down in the comments if it's like slowly coming to life. Because let me tell you, we did our vision boards the beginning of the year.
And I tell you, it's growing. It's growing. We're coming to life.
Yeah, it's coming to life. It literally is coming to life. I just feel like maybe we'll post it, maybe not. I just feel like it's a little bit personal until our goals are met for us to share that. Just because we did do it privately, we did do it, you know, for us.
We did it you know, there's no filming. It was just us two between us.
Actually, I feel like I did film it. Or I took pictures of it.
Yeah, there might have been a film, you know, but it's not going to go to you until, you know, maybe later we'll know.
Yeah, just because we don't want to, like, be like, oh, like, they don't want to show it. It's just more of, like, you know, like, more private stuff. Like, we're just...
And it does come to the thing that we just don't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
You know, there's people out there that just don't want to see you happy, even though we can care less of what they think.
Oh, and talking about that, do you guys believe in the evil eye? Because I know we're Catholics, and I know a lot of religions, they don't believe in the evil eye, but where I'm from, there's a lot of people, like, using, like, the red bracelets for protection against the evil eye. And for some reason, I feel that, you know, it just carries a lot throughout the way. There's a lot of people that envy. I do know that for a fact. I'm a very, like, sensitive to people, like, people's auras, just because, I don't know, I just pick up on easily on people. And it's just, like, I'm very sensitive. That's why I'm very selective to the people I talk to, I'm friends with. A lot of the times that my friend group would bring, like, other people in our group, I would literally be the only person who I would be like, I don't like them. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know what it is from them. Like, I could like literally like known this person for one day and not talk to them, no nothing, just because I felt something was off. And you know what's the funny part? A lot of our friends didn't believe me. They thought I was being a little too dramatic, or just because I always wanted their attention, or whatever it is. But at the end of the day,
she was right.
I was right. One girl took the boyfriend from my friend. It happened twice, actually, with two of my friends. And the other one ended up finding the other one. It was a whole deal. But just the fact that I knew before even like knowing these people completely, because sometimes we mistakenly like judge people. But I feel like I'm pretty good at reading people.
No, yeah, I actually do see that. Like, I did notice back there, that she would, it's like that vibe that she just gets, and you see her quieting it down, like not talking as much when that person is around. I would literally notice her face, her whole everything just shut down. Like, if you guys would have been there, you guys should see her face zoom out, and it would be weird because
I'm pretty, and basically I'm pretty like up, like
friendly, like
I'm pretty friendly. I'm like very outgoing. I'm very like, oh come on, let's do this. Like, I'm very like that. But when I feel something off, I'll just completely shut down. And I still do to this day. Like, whenever we go around somewhere, and then she does this thing too where she shuts down as well. So whenever we do go to places and I'm either shut down or she's shut down, I'm like, you want to get out?
Yes.
Like, okay.
I don't know if it's just like since we've known each other for so long that we just like rate each other. I don't know, but I mean, there is videos going around where like when you see two best friends, like they're literally like doing the same thing. They dress the same. They start acting the same. They just start doing everything synchronized. But I mean,
we like like I'm telling you guys, we've been friends since like 6 or 8. I don't even remember. So we literally saw each other from like
grow up.
Yeah, from kids to teenagers, young adults to adults now, which is really funny because I was telling her not so long ago. It's so funny how we are working now. We're full-grown adults. She's doing boss moves too. She's like a whole supervisor. She already has her own house, and I'm like, girl, you're 24. You have your own house. Like, girl. And like, we're both like doing good in life. Like, I just started a job as a supervisor too. So I feel like we've just been blessed back and forth. And I feel like we're very, not just to say it, but we're very humbled. I feel like thank to God. We really appreciate everything that has happened to, us, which it could be either good or bad. I feel like me, personally, last year was a year for me. I went through a lot. It's actually so funny that we kind of went through the same thing, just different fonts, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it was today is April. It was last year in April, actually.
Yeah, it's a year ago, exactly a year ago.
We were both down bad. We were down bad. I feel like that's why we also backed up on doing our podcast and recording more and stuff like that, just because of what what was going around, what was going on with us.
Like, for those who were following us on other social media such as TikTok, I think they did notice just that when I would see them in person, they would be like, oh, like, what's wrong? Like, where's your videos? I mean, like, you guys were doing so good, and what happened? But I'm like, it's just like the timing. I don't know, like, I think it's always just God's timing.
Yeah, it's God's timing, literally.
Yes.
Like, I feel like everything, relationships, friendships, everything, which either is gonna start or end, it's God's timing. He knows when it's the time. Like, every person in your life has a season, has a chapter in your life, and God's timing to call it quits, God's timing to call it in. Like, everything just happens for a reason. And like I said, we were all going back to our friends. we all had like a group friend. So our friend group consisted of 5, 6 of us, and it was God's timing, to send us to different directions. And that's part of life. Like right now, if you're in high school and you're watching us,
life happens.
It does happen.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, girl or boy.
Live your life right now. Yeah.
Live your life. Enjoy going out with your friends. Enjoy everything, because once you're out of high school, you don't see your friends as much as you want to. People get jobs. People are out to college.
Everybody has their own goal.
Yes.
And sometimes you just don't fit in there.
Yes.
But, it's all right. It's okay. You're going to find your own goals too. It's not going to be right after high school. It's not going to be during high school. Whenever, you set yourself to just grow.
Yeah. It's also, I guess I just want to say to not be a people pleaser. That's something that we've struggled with.
You do have to start saying no.
Sometimes we feel guilty saying no. Like sometimes I would have like homework due. I would like come out from work, because when I was out in college I had 2 jobs and I still had to come back home and do my homework. And then friends would be like, oh, let's hang out. And then I didn't want to hang out, but I also wanted to finish my work because I needed to turn it in, And it was just so hard for me to say no, which is really funny because, like, why do you want to stay home and do your homework? But it's my grade. I'm paying my tuition, so I need to get this done, like, now. But sometimes I would literally come up from work, rush, do my homework, and then go out with my friends. And I don't regret saying no, but it's just like looking back now, like I was so tired. I wouldn't sleep as much. And still the fact that we would be out till 2 or 3 in the morning. And then I had to wake up at 6 to get ready for work.
It's exhausting.
It was a lot. I mean, I guess it's just experiences in life that, you're young. You want to do it all. Everything. But sometimes I feel like the major no is when people come in your life that we need to start saying no.
Yes, we just gotta stop saying no. I mean,
we're good. What?
I just contradicted myself so bad. I'm like, yes, we gotta start saying no, because there's gonna be a lot of people that stop talking to you because you say no to them.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. I mean, those are the people that are supposed to be leaving because they're just there for their convenience.
Their own benefit.
Yes, not for you. They're here just because
they know what they could get from you. They know. Mm-hmm. People are smart. They'll manipulate you. Yes. They'll gaslight you.
They'll use you.
Yeah, it will literally be like the person you least expect it from. We've had this type of experiences where we had this individual stopped talking to us for a little bit over a year. Out of the blue, pops messages. Hey, we're celebrating da 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 da. Come over.
And you know how we are.
We couldn't say no. Yeah. We literally couldn't say no. I was like,
we literally just go. Yeah, we didn't think of it as a, oh, they're just using us. Nothing. It was just like a, oh my God, this person thought of us. We were kind of, I don't know, I think it was mostly me just like excited.
Yeah, I was more like, I don't think we should be going. We literally have the messages where I was like, I don't think we should go. I just think it's so random how the person stopped talking to us and now they popped up out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. And she was like, oh my God, like, no, like.
Maybe we can start doing, this again.
And I was like, okay, I'll go, because she kind of wanted to go and she didn't want to go. She didn't want to go alone. So I was like, let's just go, guys.
It was bad.
We should have stayed home.
Yes, I don't know what happened.
Because she lives a good distance from me. She lives like an hour away. Mm-hmm. She literally drove 1 hour to get here to my house, and then we drove to this person's place. Guys, we didn't get a single word from this person. Okay. No, and like literally, it was just her and I sitting on the table
talking to each other
because we were so uncomfortable. I told her, like, I want to leave. And she said, you know what, like, just stay a little bit longer and then we'll leave. And I was like, okay, I could do that, you know. But then again, like how we mentioned before, I do shut down. And you'll see it in my face.
Yes.
I won't pretend that I'm good. I won't show it like faces, but I'll just completely shut down. No talking, no nothing. I'll just be.
She'll just be there.
Yeah.
Just
zoning
like,
out.
Yeah, she'll be literally sitting there, and you can be talking to her, making conversation to her. She won't listen to you.
No, I'll just be like.
And that's technically when I noticed. I'm like, okay, it's time to go. We did leave, and we visited a couple of times again. Because, again, I thought, maybe it's just, the vibe that day, whatever. We did it, 2-3 more times?
Yeah.
A couple times after, and it's like, nothing.
No.
Like, I think we spoke more about ourselves
than this
that
person.
And technically, their friends were, like, talking more to us than themselves, like, that person, Like, I don't think that's right, like...
We left, and we still went, and obviously because I went with her, I didn't want her to go alone and feel uncomfortable, because I'm like, well, I don't want that kind of bond anymore. I don't see it happening. But if maybe she wants to still be friends with this other person, that's okay, because she's allowed to have her friends. I could have my own friends. Like, it's okay, like, I don't mind, but I know I should be at the top, because as a best friend, I'm up there on the list.
Yeah, like, I think talking about it after, just, like, she did make me realize, like, this person is just using us, like, after some time. She did make me realize, like, this person is just using you. Because, they invited us places, and be like, oh, yes, we're going to get the tickets right now, but since this place, like...
requires this amount of people... Yes. To get a discount.
Yeah, we're technically just like that's why we called you. Not because I wanted to hang out with you. Just because I was going to get less, like, fucking discount coming out of it,
And they literally said, oh, but, like, you know what? Only 6 of us fit in this escape room, so you two would be alone in the other one. So, I'm just like, no shade to this person if they're watching this video. No shade. I literally appreciate all the memories that we had when it was the timing for us. I just feel like we kind of outgrown.
Yes, we kind of just separated, and we don't think the same. We don't just, I don't know. We got different opportunities, different goals.
And like, this person is doing amazing too. I'm so happy for this person for like watching all the opportunities that they've gotten. But I just feel, sometimes it's okay, you outgrow people. Maybe this individual thought they were outgrowing us, and that's okay, that's life, that's part, of adulthood.
Sometimes we're not in every person's goal list.
Yeah.
Like, we just don't fit in their little story.
Like I said, God's timing, we're a season in a person's place, person's life.
Yeah, like me, I do see myself with her, like, oof, beyond
I do feel like, I'm like, you're going to be my bridesmaid, my bride's honor, what's it called?
Braids of
whatever it's called. Maid of honor, yeah, that's what she's going to be if I ever do get married.
She is, guys, come on.
Please marry me. If you're a country boy and you're watching this, hi, my name is Brenda. I'm 24 years old. Show me how to brush a horse's teeth.
Tell me how to ride one.
Oh,
I'm not talking about the horse.
No, but guys, like, yeah, I just think it's okay to outgrow people. And talking about outgrowing people, it's okay to block people on social media, to unfriend them for your own benefit. It doesn't always mean that you're holding on grudges or you're doing out of pettiness. It's just, sometimes, like, you're happy for them, but the less they're in your life, the less they know about you, the less you know about them. It's better for both of us, especially if you feel that that connection is no longer there. Like, even also, I just want to mention, like, if you're following people on social media that you always look at and compare your life to them, unfollow them, unless you're using them as motivation, because there's a difference comparing it and making yourself feel bad than using it as motivation. You know, like, for example, like, I'm going to the gym, and I used to have a goal in mind of how I wanted to look, but now I'm more like, I just want to go to the gym. That's it. I don't have no goals. I just want to go to the gym, and that's it. But before, I would always look at other girls that would go to the gym, and I would compare myself to their body, because, like, I would do the workouts, I would eat good and everything, and I just didn't see the same results. I was not using them as a motivation. I was using them as a comparison. And that was also last year, and I was already going through so much that it just added more to it, and it was just not good.
You can see the transformation from people, you know, like, I don't know if it's just me, but I see how she's grown. Like, last year, if you would have seen her or asked her some specific questions last year, everything would have been different.
Yeah.
You know, like, this whole thing about marriage, it's like, a couple months ago, she would have said no. Or she would have said, no, like, you know, iffy things, you know, like, oh, I gotta, like, you know, a few years before I get married, you know. But to be honest, right now we're looking to settle.
Yeah.
If we're gonna find someone, someone is gonna be with us forever. Like, God forbid a girl wants a steady relationship.
No, for real. I'm like, I just want something, like, good, and I just know that the person that comes into my life is gonna marry me, because, like I said, I don't have time to waste. I know it's all God's timing too, so I'm not rushing anything, but I just feel like the person that I'm gonna let in my life has to be someone I see, you know, forever. And talking about that, like, guys, what do you guys think about dating apps? Guys, I got catfished.
No way.
Wait.
That was the worst. Guys, okay. Generally, in, like, normal sense, her type is, like, what the fuck? like, not my type at all. So every time she shows me someone, I'm like, okay, he's decent, whatever. You know, when she showed me this guy, okay, she's decent.
He's decent.
I do not, like, I kid you not, like, the night after, the moment after he dropped her off, the moment she FaceTimes me, dead. Like, no way this person looked like, I don't know what happened. I think he, like, copy and paste some other picture, but that wasn't him.
That was not him.
Even her mom saw him, I think, and
she was like,
are you sure this is
the same guy?
Yeah, I'm like,
because, guys, this was actually too, like, the first guy that has, like, picking me up from my house and, like, just met my parents. It was not planned. My parents were home. They opened the door. It was just an experience. I honestly never thought I would get catfished like that, but everything happens.
it's because she's taking me for the wrong way.
No, like, literally, I thought this guy looked decent, and I was like, hey, Miriam, you know, like, I feel like he looks better than, like, other people that I've known, right? And she was like, it's all right. And I'm like, okay, like, whatever. He was so funny. He was literally, like, cool. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. He's funny. Like, I like it. Literally picked me up. I couldn't say no.
He was already at her house.
Yeah, this man drove an hour and a half to come see me. So I felt so guilty saying, you know what, like, never mind, you know?
I fell off a tree, I don't know.
Because he was already there. I was in the car just praying to God that this
person
like
took her ass.
kidnapped me. So like time would go fast, you know. And also because this person, he was sweet. He planned the whole day. He said, at this time we're doing this, and I really liked it too. That's why I was like, okay, let's go on the date, you know. Here I had everything planned out. But it was just not him.
I mean, a person on paper is totally different when they're in front of a person, you know. Like, I can literally tell a whole story, you know, by just texting someone or it's in that, whatever. But once you get to the time, you know, that you have to talk to this person face to face, like, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a whole different vibe. I mean, if like some people think that because you're dry on text, you won't be like talking in person. But I mean, to be honest, I don't know. Like me, I think I'm all opposite. I can talk to you in text, isn't it? But once I'm in front of the person, I get shy.
Yeah.
You just get shy. I don't know. It's just like I've always been like that, you know. But sometimes, if I get comfortable, watch out because.
Yeah, that's me too.
I talk a lot.
That's me too. Like it could be like a 50-50. Like I could either be like, because sometimes, you know, when you're new to an environment, to this individual, you might be a little bit, you know, shy and stuff. But then once you get comfortable, you're like your true self, you know. But almost like if I meet you in a few minutes in or like a few hours in, I could feel that I'm comfortable with you. I'll just be me. And I talk a lot.
We talk a lot.
We do talk a lot. Literally, we've been to Arizona a couple of times already. Actually, it's 4 hours from where we're at, from here. And I kid you not, those 4 hours we're talking the whole way. We're not taking breaks. We're just going back and forth. And honestly, I just feel like we have some type of ADHD or something. Because we could literally be talking about,
I don't know, like...
Maybe right now, right here, we're all over the place. But once we edit it, we're just going to put it, like, the topics together. Because we literally just go back and forth to, like, stuff. Cause
yeah, we don't stop a story and then before we start another one. So it's just, I don't know, it just happens.
And then we just naturally go back to the other topic we were talking about, like nothing. And we just understand ourselves.
That's why you have to stay for the whole podcast.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind.
But we'll try to edit it and put it all together. So we could just stay in the topic, you know? We were planning on not editing it, but since we know how we are, that's the only reason we're gonna edit. If you guys see edits, it's because we go back and forth and we'll just put it all together.
You know, maybe in the future, you know, maybe season 2, maybe it'll, you know, be more of a flow, like, oh, just talking, you know. But since it is the first video, we're just like, to be honest, we maybe took like maybe an hour just to start the podcast because we were that nervous. We were like, you know, but you know, at the end of the day, there's no one in front of us. You know, like, yes, you're watching us now, but
you're not here
in reality,
yet.
I can't feel no nervousness. Like, why am I? See, now I'm getting nervous again, thinking that you're seeing me. Oh my God!
Stop it! Stop looking at me that way! Stop flirting!
I see you.
Stop! No, guys.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain to you, but
yeah,
we're just.
I just feel like there could be a party, and we're the life of the party.
No, for real, my cousins are always asking like, "Hey, when are you coming?" Because I'm always the one that gets there till like 9 p.m. Not because I live far, but because I procrastinate a lot. Like, I'll literally be like, oh, I have time. Next thing you know, it's already 5 p.m. and you're like, oh my God, I gotta like shower, I gotta do my hair real quick, whatever. I always say, I'm like,
and she lives an hour away, so.
Yeah, so it's like 45 minutes or like an hour. Depends on the traffic. But most of the time, like, I have to like set up for like the party. I help the person or whatever. So I have an excuse. Yeah, like, you know, we are the life of the party. I mean, my cousins always tell me, wait, are you on your way? Because we want to start dancing already, you know. The grupo's starting, you know, the DJ's starting. Hey, you know, whatever. Literally, we pull up to the party And I'm always bringing her, of course. My whole family knows who that person is. And
Literally.
like, literally, they'd be like, "Where's Brenda? Where's Brenda?" And I'm just like,
right here.
she's right behind me. Come down. And literally, we walk in, and it's like, we literally turn necks.
And it's just like
It's crazy.
It's
like,
not even because, I mean, I'm gonna say we do dress good, but it's not like we dress so people could turn around and look at us. I feel like it's the vibe that we get, especially, I don't know, I just feel like we have that vibe, and honestly, we don't envy nobody. We just,
we're ourselves, and we literally don't even expect no one to be like, "Hey, whatever."
Yeah.
We're just there. We're not like, "Hey, why are you wearing that?" We're not criticizing no one. We're not there to judge.
No, we're literally
like,
there to have fun. Because at our age, it's very minimal that we have these opportunities. I mean, our chances to go out to parties. Let's say when we were 15, we had like our friends were all turning 15. We would have like quinceañeras, sweet 16s, or whatever. But now it's just like really hard, especially because sometimes we could be working during the weekends. I might be doing like work online. She might be doing work online, or she might be taking phone calls. As supervisors, you got like there's a lot of responsibilities that we have. And it's just basically we're always on the clock, even though we're not on the clock. We don't get paid for that, but
yes. For those of you who are supervisors like us, you know.
Yeah, but it's it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Yeah,
No, but yes, like we literally like turn necks, and it's just not because like we think we're all that or anything. It's just like we always had this aura of ourselves, and it's just like people kind of feel it that we're just like genuine people, and we're just there to have fun. I also feel like I'm like the life of the party, just because how she mentioned wherever she goes to parties, I'm there with her. Us too. Yeah, it's just us two. We literally go to parties. Nobody on the dance floor. Miriam and Brenda get on the dance floor. Guess what?
Even with the like randomest song ever, we can be like, hey, like it doesn't matter. Like we're just trying to, bring
it's
a
vibe.
party. Come on,
Yeah,
like,
everybody. Sometimes I'm so sorry, but sometimes people be acting like parties are funerals, and it's just like,
it's like
come
I
on.
didn't invite you to just sit down.
Sometimes like the people making the parties are busy, giving people like the food, busy with like, for example, their kid's birthday, like running behind the kids, so they're not gonna be able to have time to start the party. And sometimes they might be like, oh my god, is the music too boring, or like, why are people not dancing?
Paranoid.
Yeah,
like I would. I mean, if I don't see nobody dancing like by 8 or 8:30ish, I'm already getting worried. I'm like, oh my god,
what's happening?
Yeah,
like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah, like someone has to help them out. Just to just literally going to the dance floor.
Just like
a little movement.
Last year, it was my 23rd birthday. I made a Brad's themed birthday, decorated by her, and it was really, really good. I invited some of my friends. Guys, I literally had everybody that I invited in a circle, and then I don't know how I dragged them in the circle, but everybody was just like sitting down, and I'm like, oh no, baby, like you came to my party, you're coming to dance, you're coming here to have fun. Like, I don't care if you're shy, like nobody cares. Like literally it's dark.
Like that,
the only lights on are the DJ lights. Like, come on. Like, we only live once. Let's do it. Who cares? You know how to dance? Good. You don't know how to dance? Whatever. Let's just do it. Just do your gym stuff.
Do the little that.
Not literally. But anyways, like, I remember I got everybody on the dance floor. And at first, like, sometimes people are a little bit shy. So I just got it to the middle and I started like dancing. And then I would just randomly bring people towards the middle and dance. Because, I was a birthday girl, And if there was like couples, like I would like get both of the couples and make them dance in the middle. Like, I'm telling you guys, I'm that type of person. Especially like, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes we have to be that, not have to be that person. But it's just like good, to be able to enjoy life.
Literally everybody expects you to show up to that party, literally to have fun. I'm not saying no, everybody's boring or whatever, but I think it's just that little push. Because like I know all my cousins are really fun, you know, but there's just that little push that they need to go out there. I think it's just like, you know, in front of people, you're just like, oh,
a little bit shy.
Yeah, you get shy.
A little uncomfortable sometimes, which is reasonable. And like how I mentioned, like I could say, oh, I'm parties and this and that, but like literally, guys, sometimes I could get an anxiety attack at the gym because it's too crowded. Like I've texted her so many times, like there's a lot of people in the gym. Like I'm getting anxiety attack. Like what do I do? And she'll be literally like, just breathe, it's okay. Or sometimes she'll call me or like send me like voice memos and then just tell me, you know, like go to your car, just go home.
Yeah, just go home.
Like it's okay, you know.
It's okay.
But you know, sometimes how I could be like the life of the party, I could also just not be it.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm by myself. So I am more comfortable when she's around me because I know I have someone with me. Like, you know.
Me too, though. Yeah, it's just not the same when you're just alone, you know. Like every time I go out here and there, I'm always like, Brenda, what are you doing? Or she tells me, hey, Miriam, what are you doing? Let's go here. Literally, the smallest thing. We could just go to, like, let's say, I don't know.
Handles.
Yeah, to get ice cream. Just because we had to, like, talk.
Yeah.
We just had to, like, kind of. There's some certain conversations you can't talk to, like, you know, your family or, like, other people, just her.
Yeah,
you know,
and we could literally just be eating ice cream in a car, in the parking lot.
And it's like, we don't even have to speak. It's like already like in the know. I don't know.
Yeah, and sometimes like, but like how I said, we talk a lot. But there's times where we just are there, like, and we're just and we're like okay with it because I don't know. I don't feel some type of way if she's not talking to me, or she doesn't feel some type of way if I'm not talking to her. We're just like sometimes we just like stop and think about like other situations that we're going through, or reminiscing stuff or whatever it could be. But yeah, I feel like that's really like strong in friendships, where sometimes people get some type of way just because you're not texting them that often, because you're not paying too much attention to them, or X, Y, and Z. But it's just like, you know, people have their lives, people have responsibilities.
Like I can literally like not talk to her for like a week or two, and next thing you know, like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Because it's not because, you know, we're ignoring each other or we're not, you know, nothing like that. It's just we're busy, and she knows what I do. I know where she does. You know, like it's like, you know, there's we
don't feel obligated.
Yeah, like I don't have to be like checking. Like she knows I'm there. If she calls me, I'll answer right away. You know, even though I'm at work, I can be on top of freaking Mount Everest and I'll try my best to answer. You know,
literally, no. Yeah. Okay, guys, you know how I mentioned I shut down. I also shut down when I'm going through stuff, and it's so funny. Or like she also does the same thing. And I could, like, sometimes it's normal for us to not speak for, like, a week. And we're, like, okay, you know, like, whatever. But sometimes just, like, you do, like, you're good. Like, you know.
What's up?
Yeah, or sometimes I would just send a message and then she'll be like, are you okay? Because sometimes when we do communicate back, like, after a week or something, we know when we're good. We know when we're bad, even though we don't say it. Because I feel like we spend so much time together, we kind of just sense when either of us is feeling down. And
the spidey sense.
Yeah, no, like the bestie sense, basically.
Yeah,
because she'll be like, oh, like, are you okay? And I was like, honestly, like, no, like, I haven't been eating. I've been feeling like crap. I've been this and that. She's like, I did figure you were not feeling okay because like this and this and this and that. And then sometimes she'll dream about me too, like being, you know, sick.
Like talking about dreams, I do for some reason have random dreams, like I don't know where, and like, you know, a few days later, like that kind of
comes to life.
Yeah, it's like weird in a weird way. Like you're just like, no wonder I dreamt that the other day. Like, I don't really like. I just tell everybody, you know, oh, I dreamed about you the other day. Or hey, I dreamed this and that, and they're just like, you know, they're like, people around me now are like, oh, I gotta listen to her dreams, cause you know, what if something happens or this and that. Like, I can't, like, I don't know, like if something dangerous, I literally can't. What's that thing? Like, keep it to myself. I have to tell that person, hey, just be careful. Like, or like my sisters too, like my family in general, like they dream little things, like, and it happens, you know, like my little sister one day she dreamed that one of my cousins was actually gonna get like hurt like really bad, but she didn't know how or like when. So she literally messaged him, and like the next day, he messaged her back and was like, "Hey, why like thank you for letting me know, because this person was literally going through a situation that was like, you know, scary, and it's a little off that someone randomly just like, hey, what's up? Something's happening, you know."
Yeah.
But I mean,
and I do believe that sometimes dreams are very meaningful. I'm very into Sigmund Freud. I know Sigmund Freud, if you guys know about Sigmund Freud, I know he was a little bit cuckoo, but I do feel like some of his like theories are good into like society today. Please don't hate me on it. Please don't cancel me. But I just think like Sigmund Freud had like really good theories about him that I really like. And then one of them is like the dream one, and you know, sometimes it's our unconscious. Sometimes it's our unconscious mind just, you know, bringing stuff to life. But I'm very like one of those people that I don't really dream a lot. I know some people say like, oh, you have 6 dreams in your sleep, but you just don't remember them or whatever. I don't know. I can't tell you if that's true or not. But I'm one of those persons that hardly ever dreams. And when I dream, it's because something is happening or something will happen. And I'll talk about this dream specifically where I had stopped talking to this person, this guy, and then I just didn't really understand why it ended. And I kid you not, like a day after that, I dreamt this person like going on a date with this girl. And I remember the description of the girl, how her body was, her hair, everything. I just don't remember her face. And I remember in my dream, I was like in the blinds watching them going on their date. Like I was keeping them on their date. Like it sounded like I was stalking them, but it was just a coincidence because I was babysitting a kid, and it just happened to be like a restaurant right across, and I saw them walking in, and he literally sat by the window, so I saw the whole date. And I was like, wait a minute, this is kind of off. And so what I did is I went to this person's Instagram, him, of course, and I went through his whole following until I saw the girl that I saw in my dreams, and I saw her there. Which is really crazy, just because I've never seen this person, this girl. This other guy doesn't live here in like where I live, so
it's
it was
really
just
off,
funny.
you know, it's like weird, and I don't know, like things happen in a weird way. I don't know how to explain it to you, but if you do believe in like dreams and stuff like that, you'll probably like know what we're talking about. But I mean, dreams do come true.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind.
I feel like, at least for us, we feel like dreams have meant a lot in actual life settings. So,
and it can be like the actual dream, or it can be just that it means something, you know, not specifically what's going to happen. But I mean, like her, like the face, I mean, she literally just needed the face on that person. And she found it.
I found the face because I literally, like, I could tell you guys what the girl was wearing, and she was wearing a brown skirt, like the brown, nice, soft skirt. She was wearing a white top. She was wearing like her black botas, like, because it was during November-ish vibes. That's how she was dressed, like fall type. And her hair, curly hair, brownish. She was a little bit more darker skin tone than I am. And it's just so funny, the fact that, you know, I saw it, and most of like anything, instead of feeling sad or anything, I was literally cracking up. I called her laughing because I thought I was going insane.
I was like, huh?
I was like, Miriam, I had this dream and I did this and I went through the followings and I saw her there. I just couldn't find a picture of her, of the girl, wearing the outfit that I saw her on a date with this guy. But I knew it was her. Once I saw her face, I literally saw the face and I had that gut feeling.
It's like that puzzle that just
it just fit in, and I clicked on her page. She was private. So I just clicked on her profile, and then I saw she had like the hair, how I saw it in my dreams. And I knew it was her.
That's crazy.
But anyways, yeah.
We do have some crazy dreams.
Okay, guys, this is the end of this week's podcast, our first podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
And remember, confía en ti. Bye. See you next week.